Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bryant. Welcome back to Flipped. I know it's been a while since we did a Flipped video, but with me being gone next week, I thought it was best that you would go ahead and learn the content at home so you could practice with the sub who has taught math before in class so you get a better understanding. When you get ready for the lesson tonight, make sure you have your ISN out and open it to the next blank page and make sure you title it Volume of a Cylinder. Cylinders, you know, are the round 3D shapes that have a circle as a base. Here are some examples of cylinders. When you are done writing the title and are ready to begin the lesson, you may press play and we will begin. So, what if you needed to fill a cylinder with some water? How would you know how much water you needed? And of course, our math chart tells us the formula in order to find the volume of a prism or a cylinder. And that is to multiply the area of the base times the height. Okay? So, in your ISN, you need to write this down underneath the volume of the cylinder title and also write down what each of the letters mean. V stands for volume, B stands area of the base, and our base can be different shapes, but we'll use our math chart to come up with the area formula. And then the height of the cylinder is your little h. You will remember that when you have two variables put together, it is a multiplication problem. That's why we have parentheses here. So in the notebook, in the foldable that we glued in today, yours has a blank spot right here. This is blank for you, so I'm going to go ahead and extend my thing. But your picture is the same because we're going to teach it to you a little different way. So you have your cylinder. And this is 6 across, and this is 11. Your height is 11. So, here's how we're going to do it. We know volume equals area of the base times the height. We are going to build a table so that way it stays organized. First thing you need to do is determine the shape of the base. Because in order to find the area of the base, we need to have the shape. Now, the shape of the base is a circle. So what you're going to do is you are going to so far begin with a T-chart. Your H is going to go here. Your base is a circle, so the area of a circle is pi r squared. Now what you're going to do is you're going to split these. So here's your shape as a circle. We're looking for B, and here's our H. So pi, we know pi is pi. We know r squared, that should be erased. Sorry guys. This should not be a separate one. R squared means r times r, and the H means the height. Well, r stands for radius, right? We know that a radius is half the diameter. And if this is the diameter, right? So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have 3 times 3. And our height is 11. And we know that these are multiplication problems. So use your calculator, 3.14 for pi. You know your answer is going to be a little greater than. Actually, let's leave it in pi for a little while. So we have pi. Now do the math. 3 times 3 is 9 times 11. So pi, 9 times 11 is 99. So our answer is 99 pi. Or about, if you use the calculator, $310.86. Make sure this is written on your foldable where it says cylinder. When you're ready to begin, you can press play and we'll continue. Now, in your ISN, you need to draw this cylinder. So we can go ahead. It says calculate the approximate volume of the cylinder below. Very first thing you do is always write the formula. area of the base times height. We know our base equals a circle, and we know the area of a circle is found by pi r squared. So now we can plug what we know into our table. So area of the base, so pi r squared times height. Draw your line so you have your table. Now, is this the radius or a diameter? Radius, because it only goes halfway across the circle, and this is your height. Notice I label my picture every single time. We're going to leave pi as pi, r squared is 5 times 5, and then height is going to be a multiplication also. And height should actually be a number. Your height is 12. So we have pi times 25 times 12. 25 times 12 is 300. So we have pi times 300. So that equals 300 pi, or about 942. And it'll be centimeters, because remember, we got to have our labels. Centimeters cubed, by the way. When you're done with that one, you can press play and we'll begin on another example. Here's another example. It says calculate the approximate volume by the cylinder below. Very first thing you do, you write your formula every single time. So volume equals area of the base, big B, times height. So our base is a circle. We know the area of a circle is pi r squared. So now we can plug that into the big B. So pi r squared times height. We can go ahead and draw our table. Pi is 3.14. We're going to go ahead and use the decimal. I know this is my height. I know this is a radius because it only goes halfway. So 3 times 3 times the height of 5. So now use a calculator and multiply all the way across. 3.14 times 9 times 5. 3.14 times 45. And it is about 141.3, and then units cubed because we don't know the units. Once you're done with that one, go ahead and hit play and we will continue again. Calculate the volume of the cylinder below. Leave your answer in terms of pi. You have to pay attention to that. It tells you how to leave your answer. The first few examples we did both in pi format and in approximation. This one says leave it in terms of pi. And it also says d is equal to 4. So radius equals 1/2 times d. So that's 1/2 times 4. So that equals 2. When you're given a d, always find the r. When you're given an r, always find the d. Now, it says calculate the volume, so I know I'm going to start with my formula. Area of the base times the height. Area of the base is a circle, so area of a circle equals pi r squared. So now we can plug it in to our formula. Pi r squared times the height. Build your table. Pi, r is 2 times 2. Times the height of 6. Pi times 4 times 6. So our answer is 24 pi inches cubed. And notice that I have pi in my answer, so I left it in the answer in terms of pi. Another example, you do not have to write the entire word problem, but we are going to draw a cylinder. It says the green biscuit is a practice puck to be used off the ice. It is made of 2 cylindrical pieces of plastic, each being 0.5 inches thick. About how much plastic is used to make the green biscuit if the puck has a diameter of 3 inches? So all the way across we know is 3. So D equals 3. That means R equals 1.5. How did I get 1.5? Well, 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, and the radius is half of the diameter. Then we know that our height here is 1 because 0.5 times 2 is equal to 1. It says about how much plastic is used to make the green biscuit. That is talking about volume. So volume equals the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base is going to equal pi r squared. So pi r squared times the height. Build your table. Your r is 1.5 squared. And I wrote too small. Or my table's too small, I should say. So, and then your height is 1. 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25. So I have pi times 2.25 times 1. So I have 2.25 pi. Or about 7.07 inches cubed. And last but not least, a cylinder-shaped beaker is 6 inches tall. So if you were to draw your picture, we know that this is 6 inches and measures 4 inches across the top, or its base, same difference. For a science experiment, Gloria must fill 1/3 of the beaker with water. How much water will Gloria use for the experiment? 6 inches tall, 4 inches across. So if D equals 4, R equals 2, area of the base equals pi r squared because our base is a circle. Volume equals area of the base times height. So pi r squared times the height. Pi times 2 times 2 times 6. Pi times 4 times 6 equals 24 pi. But it says 1/3 of the beaker. So now I need to divide by 3 and I would get 8 pi. So there is your answer. That is it for tonight. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to text me, call me, email me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I do not work at HEB tonight. So I will be readily available for your questions. If you have anything else you need to see me about, I will be here at school at 7:30 in the morning. Otherwise, I will see you in class so we can practice with each other in person. Have a great evening.